I first met Patrick before Kristen started dating him. He introduced himself as Kristen's Fifi. That's FFE, which is Friend for Eternity. And I thought, that's a very weird way of saying BFF. Like, that's weird, just say BFF. But he was really nice and funny, and by the end of the night, we were all calling ourselves Fifi, which was Friend of the Family for Eternity. And since then, Patrick has kept his word and has always been a reliable and supportive part of our family. I met Kristen when she was 1 day old. For those of you who don't know, not only is Kristen the youngest of all the cousins, but she's also the only girl. She was the family's princess. So that also meant that she had 7 older brothers and cousins watching over her at all times. Fast forward a couple of decades, and Kristen has grown up to be a strong, smart, caring, and thoughtful person. We were a little skeptical of Patrick at first, but that just goes with any man in her life. But we saw how well they worked together and how they complement each other. We also saw that Kristen was not a girl that was going to be taken advantage of. She's very strong. Now, as her older brother, while always being 100% on Team Kristen, 100%, there were times where I felt like I had to ask Patrick, "Are you all right?" Like, blink twice if you need help. But all joking aside, watching Kristen and Patrick grow together, support each other, and even parent a puppy together, I could see that we did not have anything to worry about Kristen anymore, because she found someone that will always be there for her and never leave her side. Now, Patrick is the only one who has to watch out and protect himself if he ever messes with Kristen.
Kristen and I met in grad school about 6 years ago. We became fast friends, and our bond has grown closer and closer over the years. Looking back, I'm so thankful you heard me crying in the hallway about how I was going to fail school, and without hesitation sent me all to starred PowerPoints. So thank you for single-handedly getting me through school and making me a PA. Yeah. When Kristen and Patrick asked me to do this speech, I had so many thoughts. First, I was like, yes, I'll do it. And then I was like, oh no, what the heck am I going to say? I need to make sure I'm respectful, but I also need to incorporate all of the late night stories. And man, there are a lot. But all joking aside, Kristen, you're an incredible person and a wonderful friend. I can count on you for anything. You've proven time and time again the meaning of friendship, and I'm so grateful for you. And I'm so happy that you have found a partner that is just as incredible as you are. Patrick, you're patient and you're kind, and you always put Kristen first. And I'm still quite impressed that you don't get hangovers. It's like some kind of superpower. You both have grown up together and seen each other at your best and your worst. And you'll continue to grow with each other for everything life has to offer. Now, I could stand up here and give my whole 2 years of marriage advice, but that would exceed the time limit. So instead, I would like to thank the Asiri and the Viola family for raising 2 wonderful people that I get to call lifelong friends. And with that, let's raise a glass and toast to the beautiful couple. The best is yet to come.
Holding your heart in I'll be here for you. I'll be here for you. I'll carry you through heartache and trouble, and nothing drag you down. I want you to know I won't let you go. Give me your heart and soul. We'll never let this love grow cold. When you're running out of breath, I'll be the one to give you rest. I'll be here for you. I'll be here for you. I'll carry you through heartache and trouble, and nothing drag you down. I want you to know I won't let you go. Now give me your heart and soul. We'll never let this love grow cold.
Patrick, my friend, and my brother. Hold up, real quick. Public speaking, it's a little nerve-wracking, so. We've known each other for over 25 years, and you may not know it, but I've always looked up to you. Those Fatima days carpooling every morning, lining up at Toys R Us for Pokemon cards. We were the boys from La Mirada. You were always confident, driven, and without even trying, the ladies gravitated to you. Yeah. But that never changed your principles. You knew exactly what you wanted, someone kind, generous, and beautiful. Kristen, I may not have known you as long as Patrick, but I know you well enough that you made your own boxes to check off. You could match his wit, hold your own on the court 1v1, but most importantly, you continue to bring out the best in anyone who is lucky enough to know you. And because of you, I saw my childhood friend become more outspoken, spontaneous, and generous. The qualities I saw in you shine brighter than the smile I saw in him whenever you made him laugh. I've always heard that your wedding is a day you won't forget. Your friends and family gathered here for your love and commitment, rain or shine. But I'll also argue it was the day you both knew you found the person you wanted to wake up to every morning. Remember that feeling. Whether it's tomorrow, next week, or 20 years, take care of each other. Keep that spark burning. And it never hurts to have a couple of kids to romp around the house. So, I love you both, and will always be there whenever you call me.
Close to the embers, I could stay here forever by your side, at the edge of the water, under the sky. Hold fast, hold true, I'm gonna carry you.
Kristen, do you take Patrick as your lawfully wedded husband, to cherish him always, to honor and sustain him in sickness and in health, for richer or for poor, to be true to him in all things for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And Patrick, do you take Kristen as your lawfully wedded wife, to cherish her always, to honor and sustain her in sickness and in health, for rich or for poor, and to be true to her in all things for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
So I thought it would be only appropriate to ask for help from someone who knows you the best, someone who spends the most time with you, someone who lives with you. He could not be here today, but Tyson was thoughtful enough to provide a short message for the couple. For those of you who don't know, Tyson is their dog that was adopted during the pandemic. Again, this is not from me. This is from Tyson. Tyson. Sup, dogs? I wanted to share a couple of words of advice for you as you embark on your new lives together. This is Tyson, it's not... Anyways, first, life is better with lots of treats. Take time to celebrate the small victories when you're a good boy or you're a good girl. Don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. Pet each other on the back and always put each other first. Finally, remember, when things get rough, things get rough, don't roll over and play dead. Pause. Sit, stay, speak, heal. I woof you both. Tyson.
Lost in the wonder, safe in the harbor of your arms, dreaming in color, wherever we are. Hold fast, hold true, I'm gonna carry you.
We've been friends since, I think, first grade now. So over the almost 3 decades of being friends, we've pretty much been there for each other during all of both the little and the big life events. From the more simple days at Sunset Lane Elementary School, when it was all about water park parties, Halloween parades, bowling alley birthday parties, and to the more stressful days of trying to get into a good college, trying to make money, finding out who our true friends are, heartbreak, and of course, finding love. Kristen's been a constant for me. Sorry. As I'm sure all of us can agree, I don't cry usually, sorry. Kristen is as loyal as one can be. She is selfless, she's thoughtful, she's generous, and she's a great listener and a really good advice giver too. And no one deserves to stay more than you do. When Patrick came into her life, which also feels like it was decades ago, I saw that she truly did find her life mate. People always say, I want to marry my best friend. And I think that's exactly what's happening here tonight. The two of you remind me that the type of love that leads to a lifetime commitment really does exist. You are each other's groundedness, safe havens, comfort blankets, and perfect teammates. Thank you both for letting us all just affirm that and celebrate that tonight. It's humbling to be standing up here to share a word today. Thank you for keeping me close through this new chapter in your life. And Patrick, one word of advice for you from the good old Justin Timberlake. The first rule is that you make her feel like she's getting everything. And then the second rule is that you actually do let her have her way in everything. And that way you'll find that it will actually work. Let's all raise our glasses to Kristen and Patrick. Hold steadfast to each other. And all of us here will be cheering you on the whole time. We love you and let's have fun. Cheers.
Every time I see you, everything around you fades into the wind, and my heart is thrown open. Feels like slow motion.
not a really great public speaker. In my extensive research to find out how to deliver a great best man speech, I learned that I'm expected to sing praises for the groom and tell you what a wonderful person Patrick is. But unfortunately, I'm a horrible singer and I'm a bad liar. Patrick, when I was a kid, I always wanted a younger brother and was thrilled when mom and dad brought you home from the hospital when I was 5. But over the years, there were a few times that I regretted that wish. You definitely don't remember this, but I remember coming home from school to find you tearing up my baseball card collection. I was so mad at you, but mom said there's no reason for me to be mad at you because you were only 3 and you didn't know what you're doing. But admit it, you did. You were sitting there thinking you're the king of the castle with that dumb smile on your face, just like you are right now. From that day forward, I made it my duty as an older brother to knock you down a few pegs. You became my personal wrestling test dummy, whether you liked it or not. Your childhood was filled with Indian burns, full Nelsons, power bombs, sharpshooters, stone cold stunners, suplexes, duplexes, Chinese motorcycles, and panty-ripping wedgies. You eventually grew into your teens, and our brotherly dynamic began to change. We started beginning to share some similar interests. You were now old enough to drink, and hanging out with you was a lot more tolerable. And I would admit sometimes it was even a little more fun. You eventually grew physically bigger than me, so naturally I became a lot nicer to you. Despite how I treated you while we were younger, you've been nothing but kind, thoughtful, and compassionate. You have always been there for me, and I know you'll be an amazing husband to Kristen, and I'm truly proud of the person that you've become. Kristen, you are a wonderful person, and I'm so happy that my brother has found someone to share his life with. Thank you for treating him so well after all the childhood trauma I may have caused him. You guys complement each other so perfectly, and I have no doubt that you guys will have a long and happy marriage together. So to Patrick and Christian, I wish you all the love and happiness in the world. And cheers to the happy couple. Mabuhay.